Part 12. Start, Invincible, met the Empress's apprentice. Author, Ben Pao de la Chang. Chapter 111. TCH, that sounds nice, but I think you're just afraid of death. Dewan curled his lips and said mockingly. Forget it, let's not worry about it for now. The important thing at hand is, apart from the 7 immortal emperors, there are also 5 immortal dark emperors and 3 half-step mythical darkness. Damn it, this fish can't bear it anymore, kill it. At this moment, 6 figures appeared on the battlefield. Yin-Yang Holy Land, come to help the human race and plow the dark valley. Destroy the temple and come to help the human race. Plow down the dark valley. Xiangxia Palace, come to help the human race and plow the dark valley. The 6 quasi-emperor ancestors of the 3 major forces appeared together. After all, there was only one great emperor in their clan, and it had already fallen. The fact that they have 2 quasi-emperors now is their greatest heritage. After all, the great emperor fell and their destiny was broken. Immediately, the quasi-emperor ancestors of several forces came to help. Every quasi-emperor's face is filled with extremely strong hatred. At this time, an imperial power came from a distance, accompanied by an extremely rough tone. His grandma actually dares to make the Black Dragon Emperor into a puppet. I can't spare you. The ancient Black Dragon clan, come to help. A black dragon stretching for countless miles appeared in front of all living beings. Its huge blood-red eyes were full of killing intent. The black dragon claws that covered the sky seemed to be able to tear apart a world. He was the emperor of the ancient Black Dragon clan. The imperial celestial realm, the Li family of the imperial clan, come to help the human race. Suddenly, the emperor's power came over again. A middle-aged man, wearing silver armor and holding a giant axe, came slowly on the endless galaxy. In the void behind him, there was a vast ocean with no boundaries and surging waves. Howling wind, thunder, and lightning. This person is the emperor of the Li family, Emperor Haikeo. With one move of imperial magic, a bright moon appeared on the sea, and with his own power, he killed 3 weirdos from the outside world. It's the great emperor of the ancient Black Dragon clan and the Tide Emperor. Unexpectedly, 2 more great emperors joined the battle. Haha, this is a bloody feud. At this moment, Nan Yi and others didn't know what to do. After all, they were not included in the plan this time. Don't worry, we just want revenge and will not participate in the competition for the wealth of Dark Valley. Yes, we want to avenge our ancestors. Dark Valley made our ancestors into puppets so that they cannot rest in peace. This revenge is a blood feud. Emperor Haikeo and others said hurriedly after seeing the unconsciousness on the faces of Nanyi and others. Ha ha ha, you guys are joking. If you can come to help our human race, we will naturally welcome you. As for the wealth, we will naturally share a share of it. Qingxian said to everyone. Ha 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 ha, in that case, we, the ancient Black Dragon clan, will accept the gift of thanks from Senior Qingxian. The ancient Black Dragon raised his hands and said respectfully, they had never thought that the human race could give them a share of the pie. Hai Chao thanks Senior Qingxian. I thank you, Senior Qingxian. After hearing these words, the creatures in the fairyland couldn't help but say. Tisk tisk, look at the layout of the human race, it's so big. Ancestor, can we also participate? Didn't Emperor Qingxian just say that as long as we come to help, we can get a share of the pie no matter what? A young man said slowly to the old man next to him. The next moment, the old man gave him a blow, his voice was extremely clear. Grandma, have you longed for my ancestor to die? Ah, no. Look, are you speaking human language? I am a god king, and you let me participate in a battle of this level. Do you think I will live longer? Oh, that's right, it's all my fault, ancestor, you are too weak. Hey, I'm stupid. Although countless creatures became excited after hearing King Xuan's words, a splash of cold water quickly extinguished their fiery hearts. If you want to get a piece of the pie, you have to take it with your life. A battle of this level will become more and more terrifying the further you go, especially after the one from the Dark Valley appears. Even the Great Emperor may be killed accidentally. Fall. Their entry will only increase the rations for those Dark Emperors. But De Wang looked unhappy at this moment, muttering to himself. You are polite to them, why do you take it seriously? Shut up, De Wang, Master said that as long as you come to help, no matter what the relationship is before, you can get a share of the pie, but we have priority. Nan Yi whispered from the side. Humph, De Wang, am just too cautious and don't want to share it with them. Then you go talk to Master. I don't dare. Don't worry, when you need them in the future, eating this piece of cake will certainly not be without cost. Everyone, prepare to fight. Remember, these 7 great emperors are not from our fairyland now. They are in darkness at the moment. Remember not to show mercy. Xuanhuan human emperor said to the quasi-emperors and the great emperor. I will obey the orders of the human emperor. Please obey the orders of the human emperor. The next moment, another unprecedented battle broke out again. The 3 half-step myths were handed over to Xuanhuan human emperor, while the immortal emperor was fought by Qing Xian, Feishan, Xuanhuan, Qing Feng, and Yehua. Among them, the Yehua emperor is the weakest, and he can't even catch up with Qing Feng, Xuanhuan's wife. After all, he has been in the realm of immortality for too short a time. The ancient Black Dragon Emperor and the Haikao Emperor, although they are very powerful, they have fought several emperors and killed them, but asking them to fight against an immortal darkness alone can only be said to be courting death. So they and the Yehua Emperor fought against one together. Because the Yehua Emperor's previous injuries were too serious, although most of them have recovered now, they are still a little tired. The remaining Dark Emperors were fought by Nanyi and others and the Quasi-Emperors together. Brother Yehua, how are you? If you can't do it, don't force it. The Black Dragon Emperor said with concern when he saw the Yehua Emperor who was still injured. Hey, I don't need your sympathy. Hey, why do you still hate what happened back then? Besides, I'm also hurt. I will hate you forever. Emperor Haikao smiled bitterly and shook his head. Long and Yehua knew each other when they were young, but something unpleasant happened later. To put it simply, the person that Emperor Yehua liked Long, and the person that Long liked Yehua. In the end, Long couldn't stand it anymore, so he got together with the person that Emperor Yehua liked. I can only say, it's a dog blood. Start, Invincible, met the Empress's apprentice. Author, Ben Pao de la Chang. Chapter 112. On the other side, Wanqi Academy. Swish, swish, swish. Countless streams of light flew out from the Wanqi Academy. They are all elders of the Wanqi Academy. There are nearly 80 in total, including 10 Eternal God Kings, 15 Chaos God Kings, and the rest are in the ordinary God King realm. Emperors, what do you mean by appearing in our Wanqi Academy without any explanation? An elder of the Eternal God King was extremely horrified but still suppressed his fear and said coldly. However, unknowingly, countless cold sweats broke out on his forehead. I smell fear, how about you? Me too. Why, can't you see, we are here to destroy Wanqi Academy? A statue said in a strange and joking manner. Boom. In an instant, countless disciples of the Wanqi Academy looked ashen. 20 great emperors were attacking their Wanqi Academy. How could they stop them? Moreover, the great emperors in their academy were fighting in a new round of battle in the Dark Valley. What should we do? Are our Wanqi Academy going to be gone? Shut up, you crow. Even if you are gone, Wanqi Academy will still be there. Haha, Anyway, my brother's house has collapsed, and I have already given up, unless. If it doesn't work, let's fight. Fight? You are the only human king. How can you fight? Just chop me with a knife. Taking this opportunity to attack our Wanchi Academy, aren't you afraid that countless immortal creatures will cast aside you? An ancestor of the Quasi-Emperor cursed and said, our human race is creating a cancer for the fairyland. You actually want to take this opportunity to sneak attack on us. You have no moral ethics and are despicable. Scorn, why should we care? We are not from the immortal realm in the first place. A strange smile appeared on the corner of his mouth. Click. These words were like thunder exploding in the hearts of countless people. For a moment, everyone's brains were almost lost. What do you mean? Why don't I understand? It's impossible, the aura of the fairyland in them is real. Could it be that, they, are the emperors from outside the realm? This is impossible. Have they already broken through the eternal barrier? An ancestor of the Quasi-Emperor said with a horrified expression and a trembling tone. Could it be that you are weirdos from the outside world? This is absolutely impossible. How could something weird from the outside world enter the fairyland? Have you guys broken through the eternal barrier? After hearing this, a strange figure slowly said. Of course not. After all, your turtle shell is too hard. Even if you break through even one corner, you will have to catch countless creatures from our outer lands. Forget it, just to satisfy your curiosity, I'll show it to you. It's just that this quasi-weird person doesn't know a word, and the villain dies because he talks too much. Then, seeds of the immortal realm emerged from these 20 strange bodies. The next moment, everyone was stunned, and their hearts almost stopped beating. Impossible, how could you have this? The fairyland seed is unique and impossible to transfer. Finally we know why they were able to enter the immortal realm directly. It should be that the eternal barrier sensed the immortal realm seed in them and let them go directly. But, how did the outside world obtain the seeds of the immortal realm, unless they asked for it directly from heaven? Tiandeo, don't you care about this matter? A quasi-emperor ancestor couldn't help shouting at the sky. The next moment, an extremely majestic voice came directly. It's finally my turn to perform, bah, pretending to be a creature from the fairyland, die. Countless gods of heaven and god of punishment are constantly falling. This force is irresistible to countless immortal creatures. Just like an old father beating his son, it is a kind of bloodline suppression. As long as you have the seed of the immortal realm in your body, you cannot resist it. This is why there are many reasons why the great emperors of the immortal realm do not want to come to the immortal realm. It's God's punishment. I know that God still loves us. Shit, if it weren't for the fact that they are from the outside world, Tiandeo would never have taken action, but they are too cautious. Well, although I curse Tiandeo every day, after all, he is still very cute this time. At this moment, the 20 strange figures from the outer realm were looking at countless heavenly punishments without any panic, as if they had some trump card. Roll. At this moment, a sound wave directly caused countless divine punishments to disappear, and a man in black robe slowly appeared in front of everyone. We just want to destroy Wanchi Academy. You should know why. The man in black robe said slowly, his voice full of irresistible majesty. It's you, how could it be you? You shouldn't have died right now. An incredible voice came from the sky. Haha, don't worry about it. Now, do you still want to stop us? If you dare to threaten this Tiandeo, you are seeking death. In an instant, countless death moves struck from the sky again, along with dozens of forbidden avenues. But the man in black robe still had no expression on his face. He pushed horizontally with his right hand and a powerful force directly erased all Tiandeo's moves. Hey, that's weird. The quasi-emperor ancestor of Wanchi Academy couldn't help but feel confused. What's wrong, ancestor? I always feel that the heavenly Dao is playing. The power of these divine punishments is not right at all. I once saw a great emperor anger the heavenly Dao and then was killed by a blow. The power of the heavenly Dao's divine punishment that time was many times stronger than these times. Maybe, you are wrong, ancestor. Even the great emperor dare not intervene in this kind of world-destroying power. Maybe I am really old. Finally, the black-robed man fought against the heavenly Dao countless times, but the heavenly Dao was always helpless. How is it possible? How can you be so strong? The voice of the heavenly Dao sounded again. Haha, I said, I just want the Wanchi Academy to be destroyed, unless you really want us to start a war in the outer domain. You wait for me. Finally, after leaving the sentence, the heavenly Dao fled in disgrace. Then, in a small world, a little girl said excitedly. Hey, how about it, is my acting very awesome? Tisk, it's too bad, anyone with a discerning eye can see it. The son of cause and effect said disdainfully. It doesn't matter, anyway, I'm acting for those foreign weirdos, and they don't know my strength. Just be thankful that those foreign weirdos don't have developed brains, otherwise, your poor acting skills would have been seen through long ago. What do you care about me? If you have the guts, go and act. Do you know that it's very frustrating to suppress your strength? Yes, yes, you are the eldest sister, whatever you say is right. But, can you really fool those foreign weirdos like this? The daughter of destiny gently stroked the black hair by her ears and said slowly. It should be fine. After all, that's a big pervert, Li Bai. He has already planted a seed called trust in the hearts of those outsiders. Damn, he is indeed a pervert. Is this what he planned countless years ago? The son of Karma said with gritted teeth. If he didn't say it, would you two know that the biggest source of the Dark Valley was that thing? Heavenly Dao, can you cooperate? The daughter of destiny said slowly. That's true, but in this case, the primordial light will be useless. After all, the primordial light is to fight against the dark myth. For that thing, this ray has little effect. At this point, we can only trust Li Bai. That's true. Anyway, if the sky falls, he will still hold it up. The little girl said with a smile. Aren't you the sky? You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Start, Invincible, met the Empress's apprentice. Author, Ben Pao de la Chang. Chapter 113. On the other side, the living beings didn't know that the heavenly Dao was acting, and countless people cursed. What a broken heavenly Dao, go eat shit. Impossible, this is the heavenly Dao of the immortal realm, how can it not even beat that black-robed man? Damn it, are you acting for me? After seeing this scene, countless living beings were disheartened. Even the heavenly Dao couldn't beat this black-robed man, how could their Wanchi Academy stop him? Fortunately, their target is the Wanchi Academy. Are you speaking human language? You are not a human. Yes, but I am not in the Wanchi Academy. Then, the black-robed man slowly said to the 20 dark and weird statues. Now, can you believe me? Hee, sir, look at what you said, long live understanding, cherish life, it is not shabby, we will come immediately. At this moment, at the Wangu barrier, the 20 dark and weird statues smiled at each other and said. It seems that sir, you really didn't lie to us, he can really fight against the fairyland heaven. That's right, the heavenly Dao of the immortal realm can't start a war for the sake of a Wanchi Academy. But I'm still very curious about how the adults got the seeds of the immortal realm. Nonsense, it must have been robbed. Didn't you hear the conversation between the adults and the heavenly Dao of the immortal realm? It's obvious that they are acquaintances. Then why are you still standing there? Let's go. Hee, delicious, we are here. That's right, the weirdness of the Qingtian immortal realm is just a phantom. Although they respect the black-robed man, they can't listen to everything. Wouldn't that be stupid? Another thing is that they can't find out the origin of the black-robed man. There is only one thing that can be confirmed, that the black-robed man is indeed from the outside world. So, the black-robed man needs to show his strength, otherwise they would rather die in the hands of the black-robed man in the outside world. At this moment, in the Qingtian immortal realm, the weirdness slowly appeared in a transparent and empty state, and then slowly dissipated. Why are they gone? No, they are not gone, those are just phantoms. The next moment, the void was torn apart, and the real 20 dark weirdos appeared. The pressure at this moment was much stronger than before, and countless disciples vomited blood and fell to the ground. Could it be that it was really just a phantom just now? Are you kidding? It's over, it's completely over now, I'd better run away quickly. Boom. Without saying anything, a weirdo blasted out with a palm, covering the sky and the sun, vast and powerful. Just when this palm print was about to destroy the Wanqi Academy, a ray of green light burst out from the depths of the Wanqi Academy and directly shattered the palm print. Emperor power, is there still an emperor in the Wanqi Academy? A weirdo said doubtfully. Even if there are more, what can we do? We have 20 emperors here, not to mention that the adults are still here. Can they stir up any waves with just a few emperors? That's right. On the other side, countless disciples walked through the gates of hell, and some were scared to the point of peeing their pants. I was scared to death. I almost thought I was going to die just now. Me too. It was just a weird casual palm. The next moment, in the plaque of Wanqi Academy, which was engraved with Wanqi Liuqing, a wisp of fragrance continued to leak out. Immediately, the rules of the heavens in Qingtian Fairyland also trembled continuously, as if they were echoing each other. One after another, the blue lotuses continued to fall from the sky, and each blue lotus exuded a strong chaotic aura. Afterwards, the entire Qingtian Fairyland seemed to be sealed up by the blue lotuses. What is that? Are you blind? Isn't that a green lotus? You said it was a green lotus, I asked what it does. Could it be the formation of the Wanqi Academy? At this moment, countless disciples looked at the three quasi-emperor ancestors, and the three quasi-emperor ancestors were also confused. What are you looking at me for? I can't come. I have never heard of such a formation in our Wanqi Academy. Green lotus, could it be that it was left by the Green Emperor? Boom. At this moment, the weird who had just made a move was swallowed by a green lotus before he could react. No matter how the quasi-weird struggled, it was useless. This green lotus was like a cage specially prepared for these foreign weirds. The two have a natural restraint relationship. Finally, after a series of wails that resounded through the sky, this strange figure fell, and in the center of this green lotus, a drop of blood with a demonic light slowly appeared. This drop of blood constantly spreads out the Emperor's power, and the vitality contained in it makes countless people yearn for it. The origin of the avenue is constantly surging in the blood. This drop of blood is several times purer than the blood that Nanyi and others squeezed out from their fingertips and merged. After all, this is the blood of a great emperor at the peak of his power, with all his cultivation, avenue perception, combat experience, etc. condensed into blood, and this green lotus is the melting device. Dead, awesome, the ancestor of the Green Emperor is awesome, a green lotus can kill a strange figure. As expected of the ancestor of the Green Emperor, he actually left such a backup in the Wanqi Academy. Kill them all. How can we humans be contaminated by the outsiders? At this moment, all the weirdos felt something was wrong and looked at the man in black robes. It seems that this is the method left by the Qing Emperor. You must be very careful. Yes, sir. At this time, a sense of imperial power came from a distance, and a voice with an extremely sharp edge spread throughout the Qingtian immortal realm. Wanji Academy is in trouble, we must not remain indifferent, the human race, Sungzian sect, Sungzian Emperor, come to support. Suddenly, a man wearing colorful robes, long hair tied up in a crown, as handsome as jade, and with an extremely handsome face appeared in front of everyone, and a breath like a banished immortal blew over everyone. This person is the only emperor of Sungzian sect, Li Sungzian, Sungzian Emperor. As for the meaning of the word Xian, it refers to the myth emperor or another name, the immortal emperor. Start, Invincible, met the empress's apprentice. Author, Ben Pao de la Chang. Chapter 114. Countless human races shouted excitedly after seeing Emperor Sungzian. It's Emperor Sungzian, the immortal emperor of our human race. Emperor Sungzian, please save our human race. Even if he is an immortal emperor, it is still a drop in the bucket. It would be nice to have the emperor come to support you, why bother picking and choosing? At this moment, after seeing Emperor Sungzian, a strange figure slowly said. Haha, is it possible that you think that you, the great emperor, can prevent the destruction of Wanji Academy today just by relying on you? Wansai Academy is the cradle of our human race. I was once a student here. Even if I die, I will have no regrets. The eternal foundation of the human race cannot be shaken. Besides, who told you that I am the only one who belongs to the great emperor? The voice of Emperor Sungzian spread throughout the Qingtian immortal realm. Is it possible that there is also the great emperor of our human race? It should be, otherwise, Emperor Sungzian would not have said such a thing. Human race, Emperor Yi, come to help Wanji Academy. At this moment, the void was suddenly pierced, and an extremely terrifying arrow shot towards a strange statue with overwhelming power. Haha, what a small trick. Daoshan. This strange statue looked at the arrow that was shooting at him, and pushed it out with a palm. In an instant, endless black mist came. In the black mist, there were creatures screaming, like howling, like mourning, and endless fear seeped into everyone. The heart of a living being. With the crisp sound of arrows breaking, both sides were completely annihilated. Immediately, a strong figure, wearing armor made of divine gold, walked towards the avenue, shining brightly, and his eyes were as bright as the blazing sun, making people dare not look directly at him. In his hand is an imperial bow. The bow is made of a small piece of ancient immortal gold plus various divine golds. The whole body is ice blue. The bowstring is made of dozens of dragon tendons condensed from the quasi-emperor of the ancient dragon clan. Success, there are vague shadows of real dragons appearing, accompanied by dragon roars. The most mysterious thing is that there is a painting engraved on the bow, a scene of a three-legged golden crow being killed by an arrow. The person coming is none other than the human race, the emperor of the great Yi lineage, Emperor Yi. Yes, Emperor Yi is the legendary figure who once killed the Golden Crow Emperor with one arrow. I didn't expect to be able to do it with my own eyes today. Emperor Yi is actually infinitely close to immortality. Although he has not been on the Eternal Emperor ranking, he is still one of the top 100 emperors on the Immortal Realm Emperor ranking. Two of them. Now that two great emperors have appeared, I have a feeling that one more will appear. It was indeed true, and then another wave of imperial power came slowly, accompanied by a breath of the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is here to help Wanji Academy. A woman with dancing black hair, gorgeous appearance, and peerless beauty came from the holy light. The clothes on his body are woven from the light of the Holy Spirit and are extremely gorgeous. Around him, musical notes are constantly surrounding him, and bursts of fairy music continue to soothe everyone's hearts. Holy crap, you really were right, here comes a female emperor. Hiss, there is a lineage of living beings. Is our human race related to this lineage? It is rumored that there was a person in our human race who saved the life of the Lord of the Holy Spirit. The Lord of the Holy Spirit, who is the Holy Spirit? Yes, it's that one. Hey, maybe it's also the Qing Emperor. Apart from the Qing Emperor, I really don't know. Halfway through his words, he stopped abruptly because the elder thought of someone. Maybe, it's that one. At this moment, Emperor Sungzian saw this Empress of the Holy Spirit lineage and said with a smile. Ha ha ha, Yinrong Qin Emperor, I didn't expect that your lineage would appear here. Emperor Sungzian is joking. We in the Holy Spirit lineage have always followed the will of the Lord of the Holy Spirit. When Wanqi Academy is in danger, we must take action. The Yinrong Qin Emperor bowed slightly and said with a smile, every frown and every smile is the most beautiful thing in the world. Yinrong Qin Emperor, long time no see. Emperor Yi strode over and said to Emperor Yinrong Qin, his eyes full of admiration. Are you Emperor Yi? Yes, it's me. Emperor Yi, the story of you killing the Golden Crow King with one arrow has been spread throughout the Qingtian immortal domain for a long time. Hey, it's such a small thing, not worth mentioning. Emperor Yi scratched his head naively and said. At this moment, on the other side, the Dark Valley. Holy shit, shocking news. What news? 20 great emperors are attacking Wanqi Academy. What? 20, do you think I look like a dog? I can say, a little bit. Yes, it's true, our family has also received the news. Soon, this news has spread to the 10 immortal realms, and countless creatures feel suffocated. It is so damn brave. Attacking Wanqi Academy at this juncture will be spurned by countless creatures. And then there is an even more important news, which makes countless creatures in the fairyland panic. Impossible, how could these 20 great emperors be from outside the realm? What, the great emperor of Outland, has the eternal barrier been breached? How is it possible? My family is guarding the eternal barrier, but we haven't received any news. What should we do now? Is there another war between the outer realm and the fairy realm about to break out? Afterwards, emperors continued to appear in various major immortal realms, and several great emperors from the immortal and demon clans hurriedly went to the Qingtian immortal region. Of course, they were not to support Wanqi Academy, but because of the great emperors from the outer realms. You must know that countless years have passed since the last time the outer domain attacked the immortal domain. Although that war was not as good as the calamity of the era, countless creatures were buried forever in the eternal barrier. This time, the situation was even more dangerous, and it had even shocked the heavens. Clan. After all, the strange aliens from the outer realm could enter the immortal realm quietly, which was something they could not imagine. No, Qingtian immortal realm has some restrictions set up, and we can't even enter even half a step. A great emperor of the demon clan, when he was about to enter the Qingtian immortal realm, was instantly isolated by an invisible force. Qing Emperor, it must be the restriction set by Qing Emperor. What should I do? 20 weird ones are impossible to stop with the few existing emperors in Qingtian immortal realm. Damn, why is this restriction so difficult to break? Of course, after all, the Qingtian immortal territory is the territory of the Qing Emperor and the headquarters of the human race. The Qing Emperor was extremely hostile to our 4 major races back then, so he set up a ban. No matter what, the life and death of Qingtian Fairyland has nothing to do with us. We have to deal with the weirdness of the outer realm. That's right, it's not that we don't want to save Qingtian Fairyland. That's not right. By the way, what about the way of heaven? Doesn't it matter if the way of heaven doesn't care? After all, the human race is fighting hard in the Dark Valley now. I think we may be overthinking it. What do you mean by this? Don't forget, that person is very likely to have woken up. In one sentence, all the emperors present were shocked and their minds went blank. Damn it, look at my head, how could I forget that the reason why the human race dared to attack the Dark Valley is probably because that person has awakened. Regarding the fact that Li Bai has awakened, although they have not seen it with their own eyes, it has become a tacit fact in the hearts of these great emperors, especially the various visions some time ago, which further confirmed their conjectures. Start, Invincible, met the Empress's apprentice. Author, Ben Pao de la Chang. Chapter 115. As for Emperor Xuanhuan, Nan Yi, and other emperors, when they heard about the strange attack on Wanji Academy from the outside world, their hearts were as calm as water, that's all. Not to mention 20 weird figures, even if 20 more figures come, what will happen? After all, they have Li Bai. The war is still going on, and the deep space universe is constantly being destroyed, turning into the most primitive state of chaos. The roads in the desolate area, which were already extremely weak, were completely shattered by the impact of this unprecedented battle, and the Way of Heaven simply didn't care. She didn't want this area where no birds pooped and no grass grew. Now, whoever loves it wants it. 7 ways to bury. Even though Xuanhuan human emperor fought against the 3 half-steps of mythical darkness alone, his expression remained unchanged and his mind was calm. The terrifying burial power spread throughout the chaotic space. Visions of burying mountains and rivers, the sun and the moon, etc. all appeared one after another. The burial method is worthy of the secret method that has been used to bury a world. It is very good. A half-step mythical darkness said with admiration, if it were an ordinary mythical emperor, it would have been unable to support it long ago under the combined strength of their 3 half-step mythical darknesses. Haha, thank you for the compliment, there is something even scarier. Dawn on Earth. The glory of the mythical emperor emerged from Xuanhuan human emperor's body, penetrating the immortal realm and shining in all directions of chaos. A ray of dawn broke out and split open the chaotic world, as if it was going to completely annihilate all order, matter, etc., and turn it into nothingness. Stab. The half-step mythical darkness had no time to dodge, and was violently burned by this light, and the dark aura continued to emerge. The severe pain made him scream. Human Emperor Xuanhuan is seeking death. If you dare to bully your third brother, you will die. The remaining 2 dark myths roared angrily, their demonic sounds vibrating. The 2 of them worked together, and the extremely terrifying dark power came down, as if to turn everything into a slave of darkness. Xuanhuan human emperor used his backhand to directly bury him to the extreme, and the violent waves burst out again, completely piercing through the chaos. World. Thousands of glory, add to my body, kill evil. Human Emperor Xuanhuan's sword hung upside down in the sky, and a bright sword light seemed to cut through eternity. The half-step myth that was constantly burned by the light of dawn was unable to resist this sword and fell without even a single harsh word. The endless power of darkness escapes back into the black hole again. Third brother. Third brother. Human Emperor Xuanhuan, you must die. My body is sacrificed to the great dark sky. The 2 half-step myths, seeing this, went completely crazy and directly sacrificed themselves in exchange for more powerful darkness. This is also the most important method of the Dark Emperor. Just as Renhuang Xuanhuan and others were intoxicated in the battle, countless creatures watching the battle in the distance were extremely confused. Strange, didn't Empress Nanyi and the others receive this news? How is it possible? They are human beings. How could they not receive it? Unless, they are 100% sure that the great Emperor of Outland cannot destroy Wanji Academy. Wisps of light emerged from the turbid pupils of the immortal old man. What confidence do you have? Are you the backup man left behind by Emperor Cheng? Haha, let's wait and see. I believe that the adult will appear soon. The immortal old man said with great awe. On the other side, the 19 statues in the outer realm are strange, and they are always on guard against the green lotuses that reach the sky, for fear of being accidentally swallowed by the green lotus. 3 great emperors, do you have this kind of background in Qingtian immortal realm? You bitch, if our emperor hadn't been fighting in the Dark Valley, would you have dared to say this? Think about it, didn't Qing emperor teach you many lessons in the outer world? Emperor Yi couldn't help but curse, a bunch of despicable people who only take advantage of others' power. At this moment, the man in black robe stared at all living beings and said slowly, "Haha, the time has come, you can die." Hearing these words, the 19 outer realms felt weird and were shocked. They were finally going to take action. They had been waiting for a long time. The faces of Emperor Sungxian, Emperor Yi, and Emperor Yin Rongqin became extremely heavy. They knew that this black-robed man was the biggest threat, a figure that even the heavens in the immortal realm were afraid of. They could not imagine what kind of state the other party was in. Although they had doubts about Tiandao's battle just now, they couldn't think about it so much now. Even if they died, they would die with Wanqi Academy. Remembering you 3 great emperors, it is not easy to practice. If you leave like this, I will not pursue it. I said that I will only destroy the Wanqi Academy. The man in black robe said slowly. Haha, what a joke, we are greedy for life and afraid of death. I, Emperor Yi, will live and die with Wanqi Academy. Although I am a female prostitute, I swear to obey the Holy Lord's will to the death. The faces of the 3 great emperors changed. Even though they knew they might die today, they still had no regrets. Countless Wanqi Academy disciples were greatly moved when they saw this scene, and were moved to death. Damn it, just die, if one me dies, there are still thousands of me. That's right, death doesn't matter. Our human race will remain standing for eternity, isn't it the result of the blood of these sages? Today, although I am just a saint, I still have no fear of the outside world. Well, you are all so brave. Grandma, my blood boils with excitement. Grandma, if they dare to eat me today, I will disgust them to death. A disciple then took out a handful of crotons and kept popping them into his mouth. This was the only way he could resist. So cruel. Come on. If they dare to eat us, we will stink them to death. It's just a death, lighter than a feather, heavier than Mount Tai, give me some. For a moment, countless disciples who ate croton felt a burst of anger rushing straight to their anus. Come on, if you have the guts, come and eat us, we will disgust you to death. Some disciples were even more cruel, and directly splashed themselves with that thing. Then, the 3 quasi-emperor ancestors of the academy hurriedly activated the courtyard protection formation. Although it may be useless, it can hold on for a while. Haha, why bother, knowing that you are going to die, your heavenly way is not my opponent, why are you resisting stubbornly? The black-robed man sneered, but a trace of relief flashed in his eyes. Stop talking nonsense, fight if you want. I will satisfy you, kill them. After hearing this, the 19 weird faces showed an extremely bright smile. Ha ha ha, delicious, here I come. The next moment, something unexpected happened. Just as the 19 strange beings were preparing to attack, the seeds of the fairy land in their inner universe took root and sprouted. Waves of fairy light continued to leak from their bodies, and a mysterious force that they could not resist directly imprisoned them. What's going on? I can't move. How could this happen? I am a strange being. It's that seed, there is something wrong with that seed. Then, they realized that this was not a seed of the fairy land at all. Sir, why are you? A strange being could not help but roared. He, when I say kill, I mean, you. This sentence directly stopped the 19 strange beings from thinking, what do you mean, killing us? After the black-robed man finished speaking, he said to the sky. Xiao Qing, do it? Yes, sir. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Start, Invincible, Met the Empress's Apprentice. Author, Ben Pao de la Chang. Chapter 116. Then, a bunch of sky-high blue lotuses directly wrapped up the 19 strange beings. Inside the blue lotuses, waves of chaotic blue lotus fires continued to burn the strange beings, but they could not resist because all their magical powers were imprisoned and they could only fight with their flesh. Sir, why, aren't you from our outside world? Ah, spare me, I can't breathe. Hee, I didn't say I was from your outside world. The man in black robe smiled and said slowly. This sentence not only made many strange beings confused, but also made countless people scratch their heads. I'm numb. Could it be that this black-robed man is not a creature from the outside world? Twist, turn, and turn again. No, this world is too scary. I want to go home and raise pigs. But if this black-robed man is not from the outside world, then these weirdos are mentally ill and can't tell the difference. They don't even know they were sold. Go ask those weirdos. At this moment, above the sky, a shadow that was detached from the world appeared again, surrounded by countless chaotic blue lotuses. It was the shadow of the Qing Emperor of Qingtian Fairyland. You know, how could a figure like the Qing Emperor leave only a shadow? A chaotic blue lotus seed is a shadow. Qingdi. It's Qingdi, the ancestor of our human race. Woo, Qingdi, the ancestor of the human race, we finally see you again. The human race creatures miss you so much. Although it's just a shadow, I grew up listening to the deeds of Qingdi since I was a child, and now I actually saw Qingdi. Human race, Li Sungxian, pay homage to Qingdi, the ancestor of the human race. The power of Qingdi will last forever. Human race, Yi, pay homage to Qingdi, the ancestor of the human race. The name of Qingdi will be passed down through the ages. The Holy Spirit lineage, voice, and appearance, pay homage to Qingdi. The deeds of Qingdi glorify the human race. The three emperors were so excited after seeing the shadow of Qingdi appear, especially Emperor Yi and Li Sungxian, as the same blood of the human race. They have been trying to follow the footsteps of Qingdi, and dare not neglect for a moment. The countless emperors of the human race regard Qingdi as the belief they follow throughout their lives, and also hope to protect the human race forever like Qingdi. Of course, most of them had never really seen the Green Emperor, and even this phantom was the first time. When you were in danger, you protected the Wanqi Academy and were willing to die. You deserve my respect, the phantom of the Green Emperor said in a gentle manner. Countless human beings went crazy when they saw the Green Emperor's actions. Who is the Green Emperor? He is a creature in the top 100 of the Eternal Emperor list, an existence above mythology, the guardian and savior of the human race, who has saved the human race from danger and fire countless times. Now, such a figure actually bowed slightly to the three emperors. This is something that countless creatures dare not even think about, and it is against Tiangang. Qingdi, you must not do that. We are all the guardians of this road, and you are the creator of this road. You are embarrassing us. How can we deserve your bow? Yes, Qingdi Ranzu, without your efforts, how can there be this Qingtian Fairyland as the base camp of the human race? Everything we have done is not worth mentioning in front of your great achievements. We can't bear your bow. Qingdi Ranzu, you have also been very kind to our Holy Spirit lineage. How can I accept your bow? Seeing this, the three emperors immediately knelt on their knees and said in great fear that they had no virtue to receive the bow of the angry Qingdi, but at the same time, their eyes were filled with tears, because this represented the recognition of the Qingdi Ranzu. Why did they do this? On the one hand, it was for the human race, and on the other hand, it was just to get the recognition of the Qingdi. For countless creatures of the human race, it was a supreme honor, which was more tempting than the road to becoming an emperor. Countless people regard this recognition as their ultimate goal. Even though this road is full of thorns and blood, and they may fall at any time, they are still willing to do it. Thank you for your praise. In my opinion, as long as you protect the human race, the creatures of Xuanhuan Academy are worthy of my worship. This is not my human race, but the human race of countless creatures. I am just a pioneer. Then, the shadow of the Green Emperor stared at all living beings with an extremely gentle look, just like an elder looking at his juniors. Everyone who was swept by his eyes couldn't help but feel a sense of intimacy in their hearts. You, the same is true, whether you are the great emperor, quasi-emperor, god king, saint or human emperor. In my opinion, as long as you have a pure heart, each of you is the savior of the human race, no matter you are a cultivator or a mortal. The billions of human beings rely not on me, but on you. I am proud of each of you human beings. The gentle and calm teachings of the Green Emperor were passed into everyone's heart. Tears poured like a torrent. The sobs continued to spread throughout the sky. For a time, countless human beings, no matter what realm or position, all had red eyes, knelt on the ground and clasped their hands devoutly, tears like rain, and countless powers of faith continued to flow into the sky of the Qingtian immortal realm. They never dreamed that one day they would be able to hear the recognition of the Green Emperor with their own ears. Yes, they are the people of the human race, and even the descendants of the Green Emperor. At this moment, they died without regrets. Woo woo woo, I've made it, mother, I've made it, I've been recognized by the Green Emperor, the ancestor of mankind, do you know that? But, I've been practicing for countless years and I'm still the emperor of mankind. I don't deserve recognition, I won't live. Ha 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 ha, old man, no regrets, no regrets. The rise and fall of the human race is the responsibility of every man. The words of the Green Emperor, let us encourage each other. Ha ha ha, father, did you hear it, did you hear it, let's see who dares to laugh at me, a dung picker. This is the Green Emperor, this is our ancestor of mankind, this is the Green Emperor who has protected us for countless epochs. If I am the Green Emperor in the future, I will reward the peach blossoms with blooming together, and we will remember this sentence forever. If possible, we are willing to sacrifice ourselves to obtain the resurrection of the Green Emperor and the ancestor of mankind. Soon, this sentence spread to the entire Qingtian immortal realm, and countless people continued to pray devoutly. These were their words from the bottom of their hearts. Start, Invincible, met the Empress's apprentice. Author, Ben Pao de la Chang. Chapter 117. We are willing to sacrifice all of ourselves in exchange for the ancestors of the Qing Emperor. I, Emperor Yi, am the same. I, the great Emperor Sungzian, am also like this. I, Yinrong Qin Emperor, am the same. We, the living beings of Xuanhuan Academy, are willing to give everything we have, even if our body dies and our soul disappears. After hearing the prayers of all sentient beings, the Qing Emperor's shadow stirred up ripples in his heart, which had been free of waves for all eternity. Once, when he met Li Bai, and the other time, right now, he was also glad that the current human race did not disappoint him, and that the cohesion of the human race still existed. It doesn't have to be like this, I have already fallen, this is just a shadow. But then, King Di changed the subject, as if he was talking to immortals, demons, gods, demons, heaven, or other places such as the outer realm and darkness. But, my name as Emperor Qing will forever protect the human race. Any intruder, my shadow, will be killed to the end. This is the last thing I can do for the human race. And you human beings, please obey my words and don't fall into the clouds, okay? At this moment, the Qing Emperor's words were no longer calm. He seemed to have returned to the majesty that the top 100 emperors on the eternal emperor list should have. Countless creatures hiding outside the human race in the Qingtian immortal domain were trembling. This sentence was too weighty. Got it? If an ordinary great emperor said it, it would be nothing, but this is the Qing emperor. No creature in the immortal realm dares to underestimate this sentence. Why, there is no such person in their tribe. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Our descendants will live up to the Qing emperor's wishes and protect the eternity of the human race. The ghosts and gods of heaven and earth will listen to these words. If we betray, we will not enter reincarnation. The three great emperors protected their hearts with their right hands and said solemnly. At this moment, even the great emperors of the immortal, demonic, and divine clan just now were extremely solemn. Oh, it is indeed true, Qing Emperor. Even in our immortal clan, he can be called the Emperor of Eternity. He is qualified. Simply speaking of his character and human eyes, the leader of our clan, Lord Suwu, can't compare. Superior. Yes, we are so envious that the human race can have such a guardian. Qing Emperor, you can afford this worship. Immediately, these great emperors bowed to the phantom of Qing Emperor. At this moment, no matter what race they were, there was no one who was not impressed by Qing Emperor's great perseverance. Sometimes, some promises are easy to say but extremely difficult to make, but King Di did it, he did everything he could do. Then again, you have heard what kind of person that man in black robe is. He himself said that he is not a creature from the outside world, but if so, how did he summon these strange creatures from the outside world? I don't know, did you hear? The man in black robe called Emperor Qing, Xiao Cheng. At this moment, a great emperor had a terrifying guess. Holy crap, tell me, can this man in black robe be that one? It's not fun to talk nonsense. How is this possible? Stop farting. I can feel that although the man in black robe says he is not from the outside world, the aura of the outside world is real. He must have used some kind of secret method. Think about it, he can get the seeds of the fairyland. Who in the world can have this ability? In short, it's impossible. Ha 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 ha, Emperor Qing, it's you, I can't compare to you. At this moment, the Emperor of Nothingness hiding in the sky shook his head and said, My dear friend, you are right. If Emperor Qing had not died, he might not have been able to become the first emperor of the immortal realm. It's just a pity, what a pity. This is not only a loss for the human race, but also a loss for the 10 immortal realms. The Emperor of Nothingness said to Li Bai with great regret. I never make mistakes when looking at people. Sooner or later, I will plow down the place where Xiao Qingzi was buried. Li Bai said with a smile. Although his tone was calm, it was filled with unparalleled determination. By the way, dear friend, I'm very curious as to why you don't take action in person. If you, dear friend, take action in person, these 20 great emperors probably won't be able to last more than a few seconds. Also, why are you smelting these emperors? The Emperor of Nothingness asked in confusion. Are you a curious baby? 100,000 whys. Well, am I just curious? Besides, compared to you, I am indeed a baby. The Emperor of Nothingness said coyly. Li Bai was so cold that he saw a dead old man acting cute in front of him. It was really an old lady who got into bed and made him laugh. You're so disgusting, go act like a spoiled child with your wife. Hey, dear friend, just tell me, I'll give you 4, and I won't tell anyone else. In the end, Li Bai couldn't stand the Emperor of Nothingness's tough words, and said slowly. The era of original sin, do you know? Of course, how could I not know about the era second only to chaos? Although I have never seen it with my own eyes, it is recorded in countless ancient books of our immortal clan. It is said to be the strongest era in the immortal realm. Of course, this kind of strong reference what's more, the average state of every living being. It's just that later, I heard that he was killed by a fierce man. Having said this, Emperor Wu looked at Li Bai in disbelief. Dear friend, could it be? What do you think? Li Bai raised his eyebrows and said. It's really you, dear friend. How many years have you lived, or are you really a primordial being? The Void Emperor widened his eyes and stammered. I don't know how long I've lived. When the chaos first began, I wandered around various regions. But my memories before that are very vague. Damn, you're really good at pretending. Then what about the original Sin era? Nothing happened. I destroyed the original Sin era and imprisoned the 3 original Sin origins. Original Sin origin? What is that? In layman's terms, it is the source of the power of original sin, that is, the original sin's true body. The original sin is really, that is, the power of original sin. Do you know, my dear friend, in a certain era, countless emperors wanted to live the power of original sin, so. Don't think about it, now these 3 old guys are here. Start, Invincible, met the Empress's apprentice. Author, Ben Pao de la Chang. Chapter 118. Li Bai pointed at his chest, and then the Emperor of Nothingness made a very silly move. He actually reached out and touched it. Holy shit, what are you doing? I just want to touch it and see where it is. Hey, I have to say, it feels good. The Emperor of Nothingness said blankly. I'm talking about, inner universe, inner universe. Oh, inner universe is good, inner universe is good, inner universe is good, inner universe, what the hell? After the Emperor of Nothingness reacted, he roared. You rookie, I told you, you don't know. In short, I can kill them, but the price paid is too huge, so I made a deal with them, these 20 drops of the Emperor's blood, it's one of the conditions in exchange. And it's impossible for me to massacre people in the immortal realm. After all, I'm still very kind. Li Bai picked his ears and said. I see. So, my best friend, you have planned to direct the scene countless years ago. I guess those weird people have never imagined that the man in black robe is you, my best friend. That's right, the reason why I didn't take action personally is partly because I have no interest. Okay, I know you're showing off. The Emperor of Nothingness whispered. Go away, on the other hand, I just want to see if the current human beings are worthy of my continued help. It seems that I have not been disappointed. My dear friend, what if they disappoint you? It is the nature of every creature to seek advantages and avoid disadvantages. I will naturally help you, but it won't be like before. Fortunately, they did not disappoint you. I have to say that the human race is indeed a strange ethnic group. Their cohesion and protective heart are something that our 4 major races have never used. It may be because of this that my dear friend you will help. Well, it's undeniable that I like this feeling. Okay, let's not talk anymore. By the way, haven't you Fairy Clan members finished gathering them yet? It's been over a long time ago. As long as that person appears, we will take action immediately. Then let's go, it's time to visit that old friend. Okay. The power of the Qing Emperor resounds throughout the ages, and the name of the Qing Emperor shocks the heavens. The power of the Qing Emperor resounds throughout the ages, and the name of the Qing Emperor shocks the heavens. We, poor and strong, will definitely not fall into the clouds. At this moment, countless human beings below were shouting one after another, and they were unwilling to stop until their throats were broken and their throats were hoarse. It seems that at this moment, they want to spit out all the grievances and injustices they have suffered over the years. The human race has suffered for too long. Even though they won the battle of Emperor Luo, those immortals, demons, gods, and demons still looked down on them and ostracized them everywhere. But even so, their spines did not bend. They still maintained their original aspirations and persisted that once lofty ambition. At this time, these 19 strange statues are being continuously melted by the fire of Qinglian. Even if their lives are not saved, they still want to say, why does the human race have such a character, but we don't have one in the outer realm? Haha, now it seems that our attack on Wanqi Academy is a joke. We were fooled around by that black-robed man and Kingdi. Damn it, damn it, damn it, I won't let it go. If a figure like Qing Emperor could appear in their outer realm, they would probably have occupied the immortal realm long ago. They have never seen all the creatures of that race, and they are willing to sacrifice everything in exchange for the resurrection of the sages. Although this kind of thing is impossible to happen, it also confirms the cohesion of the human race from the side. On the other hand, some great emperors from their outer lands even sacrificed hundreds of millions of outer realm creatures just for a slight increase in power. At this moment, a little girl in a small world somewhere sighed with emotion. The human race, I have to say, is indeed amazing. Even without Li Bai, it would still be the same. Oh, it's incredible. Heaven actually praises the human race. It's shocking. The untimely voice of the son of Karma came. Get the hell out of here, this Tiandao is just going to stir things up. It's true. The human race can develop from such a humble race to now occupying a large immortal realm. It's not a big deal. Especially the Qing Emperor. He has done too much for the human race. So much that even us I can't even count them. The daughter of destiny was full of emotions. As a group of creatures like them, they should not have any feelings, but because of the human race, they actually felt a desire to join in. Of course, part of the reason was because of Li Bai. At the beginning, the daughter of destiny was curious about why Li Bai spared no effort to help the human race, immortals, demons, gods, demons, and even the heavenly race, which one was not more talented and worth cultivating than the human race. Now, I finally understand slowly what Li Bai said at that time. The human race is an extremely magical race, don't underestimate it. Haha, I think back then, when I first inherited karma, the human race was still the food of countless races. Now, on the other hand, countless heaven-defying people are from this race, and it is getting more and more terrifying. This kind of cohesion of the human race is something that other races have never had. Even without the Qing Emperor, I think they can live through one era after another. It's a pity that Qing Emperor is a chaotic creature. If he was born in the beginning, I am afraid that the current position of Heavenly Dao belongs to him. Although I am Heavenly Dao, I am the successor. In some aspects, I am not as good as Qing Emperor. Hearing what Tiandao said, the power of karma and the daughter of fate thought they had heard it wrong. Tiandao actually admitted that in some aspects, he was not as good as Kingdi. Why are you looking at me like that? Sister, you are Tiandao. Although Kingdi is very strong, but... Hee, what's the matter? I am just talking about a certain aspect of the mind. As for strength, I am not afraid of anything except the pervert Li Bai. Then, what about darkness? The son of karma whispered. Ah, get out of here. At this moment, time passed by, and most of these 19 weird statues could no longer bear it and fell. Drops of blood with a strange light condensed in the center of the green lotus, and the magnificent vitality continued to permeate the Qingtian fairyland, as if to burst the entire Qingtian fairyland. Now, I only have one question, that is, who is this black-robed man? He seems to know the Green Emperor. Who cares? He shouldn't be here to attack us anyway. Then, some weirdos asked their last wish, something they couldn't figure out until they died. Who are you and why are you like this? I can only say that you are too brainless. I am acting with the heavenly Dao of the immortal realm, and you can't even tell the difference. The black-robed man said slowly. Acting? Impossible, I don't believe it. How could that kind of power be acting? We have fallen into a trap. At this moment, a quasi-emperor ancestor of the Wanchi Academy suddenly realized. I said, how could the power of the heavenly Dao be so strong? It turns out that it is really acting. Forget it, I'll tell you. Then, in the minds of these weirdos, a sentence slowly appeared, and the heads of every surviving weirdos had become blank, with only 3 words echoing continuously. My name is Li Bai. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Start, Invincible, met the Empress's apprentice. Author, Ben Pao de la Chang. Chapter 119. No. Impossible, how could it be that person? This is absolutely impossible. You are lying to us, right? Ha 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 ha, you must be lying to us. Ha 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 ha, it's so funny, family members, who knows, how could you be that person? Although I don't have a brain, but don't try to fool me with such words. If you are that person, I will twist your head off and make a chamber pot for you. After hearing this, the few surviving weirdos sneered, as if they heard a big joke. Who told you that I only have one? The black-robed man said lightly. Buzz. After hearing this, whether it was the weirdos or other creatures, they all fell into confusion, and their brains were buzzing. What do you mean? It's very simple. I am me. I can also be the world, or, everyone in the world may be me. You are talking nonsense. Do you think we are stupid? We can even lie to children. Forget it, let me show you what I look like. The man in black robe said with a smile, and then slowly lifted the black robe covering his face. In an instant, the world was silent. Gurgle. The sound of swallowing saliva kept coming out of the strange throat. This face, they are too familiar with it. It was the nightmare of countless creatures from the outside world. What? I didn't lie to you. Impossible, this is impossible, how could you be, Li Bai? A strange and difficult person said, as if these 3 words had exhausted all his strength. At this moment, even the pain of the burning of the green lotus fire was forgotten. Boom. The next moment, the divine punishment of the heavenly Dao strikes again, and countless divine thunders surge continuously, such as Chaos Divine Thunder, 9 Heavens Divine Thunder, Taboo Divine Thunder, and so on. This time is the real power of annihilation, which is no different from the previous 2 times. After all, these 3 words cannot appear anywhere in the 10 great immortal realms, even if the relationship between Li Bai and the heavenly Dao has improved slightly. At this moment, there is only one question in these weird minds. Why is it Li Bai? Why does he have the unique breath of creatures from the outside world? At this moment, the Qingtian immortal realm has been completely banned. Not only can you not enter, you can't see or hear it. It seems to be an isolated place. What's going on? Why is the Qingtian immortal realm completely sealed off? No, we haven't had time to see the face of the black-robed man yet. It's the heavenly Dao. The heavenly Dao took action and completely sealed off the entire Qingtian immortal realm. Why? Could it be that the identity of this black-robed man is very special and we are not allowed to see it? The more so, the more curious it is. However, no matter how they thought about it, they could not imagine that the identity of the black-robed man was one of Li Bai's clones. Because, this is too absurd. It's even more a fantasy than a person becoming an emperor directly. On the other side, the surviving weirdness has completely fallen into madness. They never thought that the person who had always frightened them was actually Li Bai. Haha, so that's it, we were deceived by him. The weirdness at the beginning said with a bitter smile. At the beginning, the black shadow was told to him by this adult, saying that he was actually Li Bai's subordinate. But what it didn't expect was that this adult was also Li Bai. Damn, people who play tricks have dirty hearts. Haha, we are so stupid, so stupid. This is impossible, this is absolutely impossible, how could his hand reach into the outer domain? However, all these doubts will become a mystery with their fall. At this moment, they have completely lost their will to resist. Falling into Li Bai's hands, there is only one ending, death. Almost, there is no exception, of course, the three old men of original sin are exceptions. It is an honor for us to die in your hands, but can you answer my last question? I know what you want to ask, I can only tell you that now you see me, I have always existed since the birth of the outer domain. The black-robed man said slowly. Haha, so that's it, we are too ignorant. The birth of the outer domain is the time when the primordial tear and chaos broke, the primordial creatures. This weird slowly said in his heart that against a primordial creature, they have no chance of winning, whether it is planning or strength. We will be waiting for you down there. The eternal tribulation is about to begin. Whether we are from the outer realm or you are from the immortal realm, we will all turn to dust. And you, even if you are the primordial. The words stopped abruptly, and all the weirds had completely perished. The drama of the outer realm destroying the Eternal Academy ended so absurdly, and the human race did not lose any creature. At this moment, countless creatures in the outer realm were shocked, because the blood of the Emperor was falling all over the sky. Weird, a weird has fallen, how could it be? 20 of our weirds, actually fell in the immortal realm. Who is it, who is it? An immortal weird roared madly, and everything around him turned into nothingness with this momentum. And these 20 strange forces were constantly shaking, and a stream of destructive light rushed straight into the sky. Ancestor! Damn it, damn it, damn it! No matter who it is, they must pay the price, 20, these are 20 strange. The hearts of countless creatures in the outer domain were bleeding. The fall of 20 strange beings was a big blow to the outer domain. Soon, the fall of 20 strange beings had spread throughout the outer domain, and silent creatures knelt and cried, and the entire outer domain was shrouded in endless sadness. How dare they, how dare the fairyland, who tells me, how dare they? Fairyland, fairyland, we must tear you into pieces. At this moment, a mythical atmosphere spread throughout the outer domain, followed by a word full of endless murderous intent that shook the other domain. Gather all creatures from the outside world, attack the eternal barrier, and destroy the immortal realm. This hatred is intolerable. Follow the mysterious order of the myth, destroy the immortal realm, and leave no one alive. Soon, a more massive war will begin at the eternal barrier, but it will probably have to wait until after reaching the bottom of the dark valley. Start, Invincible, met the Empress's apprentice. Author, Ben Pao de la Chang. Chapter 120. On the other side, all living beings don't care about the strange fall at all, they only care about those 3 words. Why have I never heard of this name? It's awesome. A young Tianjiao asked in confusion. Me too, it seems I've never heard of this name. Anyway, I feel like it should be a big boss. I always feel like I seem to have heard this name somewhere. Grandpa, who is this person who can make so many emperors collectively fall into madness? A young Tianjiao asked the old man next to him, but the next moment, the old man cursed in a very horrified tone. Shut up, don't ask, just kneel down. Ask one more question, you will die. Oh, okay. The Tianjiao was terrified, he had never seen his grandfather speak in such a tone, he couldn't help but glanced and found that his grandfather's hunched body was shaking constantly, and sweat had soaked his whole body. In fact, not many people in the entire fairyland know about Li Bai's name, and most of them have already died. Most of the creatures have never heard of it. They only know about the Battle of the Emperor's Fall, and they don't know the person who started the Battle of the Emperor's Fall. After all, those who know don't dare to say it. and all the records of Li Bai in ancient books disappeared with the end of the Battle of the Emperor's Fall. Some old men who knew the secret were shaking uncontrollably, breathing rapidly, and their heartbeats were violent. They were almost scared to death. A supreme being appeared in front of them. It was good enough if they didn't die on the spot. It's really that adult has really awakened. The mastermind behind the scenes of Wangu, this is the mastermind behind the scenes of Wangu. Too scary, I would rather face the outside world than this adult. It turns out that our human race dared to attack the Dark Valley because this adult has awakened. It's ridiculous. I once thought that the Green Emperor was resurrected. Countless old men shouted in their hearts. This impact is more violent than anything in the past. After all, when it comes to Li Bai, no creature is not afraid. The elders of Wanqi Academy and the three quasi-emperor ancestors knelt on the ground, saying nothing, just kowtowed continuously, and did not dare to look directly at Li Bai's face. No one knows their current state of mind better than them. This is a person who is countless times more terrifying than the Green Emperor. No one knows his age, no one knows his true realm. The heavenly Dao may know a thing or two. I only know that in all the heavens and worlds, no matter which area, there are his figures. Countless creatures, after seeing the old generation exuding incomparable fear, although they did not know the specific identity of this black-robed man, they were sure that this was a taboo existence. Then, they also stopped their curiosity. As the saying goes, curiosity kills the cat. There were also some smarter creatures who thought of some things and were instantly shocked. The three emperors were stunned when they saw Li Bai. Their whole bodies were extremely stiff. They wanted to speak, but they had no thoughts. As emperors, they understood the horror of Li Bai better than any other creatures. Behind countless events, there was a figure of Li Bai. Although they did not participate in the Battle of the Emperor's Fall, they were fortunate to witness the peerless style of Li Bai slaughtering the Emperor. That day, a figure in white, the blood of the Emperor was floating all over the sky, and it was imprinted in their hearts. You three, not bad. Li Bai then put on the black robe again and said to the three emperors. Woo! 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 The three emperors wanted to speak, but they could only whimper. To be honest, they didn't really want to be praised by Li Bai. Unlike the Green Emperor has always been the faith of the human race. But Li Bai's positioning is elusive, he is too casual. Then, on the sky, the blood of 20 strange refinements continued to blend together, and finally formed a drop of blood with immortal light. Like immortal blood, the immortal here is not the immortal emperor, but the real immortal. In an instant, endless fragrance swept the entire Qingtian immortal realm, vitality, unparalleled vitality, countless plants and trees grew wildly, countless animals, opened their spiritual wisdom, and the human race creatures felt that they were immediately ascending and becoming immortals just by smelling this breath. If you swallow it, I dare not imagine, I'm afraid you will be stuffed to death. This drop of blood was condensed from the blood of 20 great emperors. Most importantly, it was smelted when these great emperors were alive. Not only that, it also contains the power of the green lotus. If they had fallen, they would not have such vitality. In this drop of blood, dozens of forbidden primitive ancient avenues are constantly surging. The blood condensed from 20 great emperors is too crazy and can be said to be rare in the world. The preciousness of this drop of blood is difficult to describe in words. This drop of blood soon floated into the hands of the black-robed man and was collected into the inner universe. On the other side, this drop of blood appeared in the inner universe of Li Bai's body the next second. Not bad, it's enough for the three old men. Li Bai said slowly. Then, this black-robed man took a look at all living beings and slowly disappeared in this world. Accompanied by the disappearance of the Green Emperor's phantom and the blue lotuses that reach the sky. And the divine punishment of heaven gradually dissipated. The ban of Qingtian immortal realm was also lifted at this moment. It's lifted, the ban of Qingtian immortal realm is gone. Hey, what about those weird things, the black-robed man and the Qing Emperor's phantom? Have you noticed that the expressions of some human beings are very strange? Indeed, they seem to be very frightened, their pupils are dilated, and cold sweat is pouring down, as if they have seen the most terrifying thing. Forget it, since the weirdness has disappeared, it is not appropriate for us to stay for long, let's pay attention to the dark valley. After a long time, the agitated hearts of these old antiques gradually calmed down. They never want to see Li Bai again. For those who don't know, these 3 words don't matter, and they won't feel anything, but for those who know, just hearing these 3 words will give rise to endless fear in their hearts. However, the next moment, their hearts changed a little, revealing a strange smile. If Li Bai appeared in the dark valley, I don't know what those creatures would do, especially whether the immortals, demons, gods, and monsters would be frightened. Maybe this is what is called, happiness is better shared than happiness alone. It is estimated that by then, the entire world will be shaken. Of course, Li Bai will only use his previous appearance. After all, he still has to pretend. If he is recognized wherever he goes, how can he have fun?